cursed Saudi woman received a message from God 1 hour before her death, but what she did was extremely shocking. Glory be to God. Hello, my beloved ones in God. We hope you are in good health as you watch this video. Before we begin, we must clarify to all of you that this video is extremely important for all girls and also for all young men in their 20s. All you have to do, dear viewer, is watch this video with utmost focus and kindly do not skip it before watching it till the end so that you receive the information correctly. Now, with God's blessings, let's begin. Sandy is a 26-year-old girl married to a 34-year-old businessman. According to Mana, Sandy's friend, Sandy lived a very luxurious life and her husband always fulfilled all her requests. Their home was extremely lavish and Sandy also owned a very luxurious car to the point that sometimes her friend would envy her and feel jealous of her husband, who always carried out all her orders. However, despite the excessive luxury and the fact that Sandy's husband never refused any of her requests, Sandy was not entirely satisfied with the life she was living. She always felt bored and sometimes even wanted to divorce her husband. After a short period, Sandy met a young man online and began telling him about all the marital problems she was going through. She also started explaining to him the things that upset her about her husband and what she liked most in a man. Sandy began speaking very comfortably with this young man, and he convinced her that he would be her confidant. After a short period in this relationship, they began meeting, and the young man asked Sandy to meet in person. Sandy had no problem meeting him, so they met in a private place to avoid being seen by anyone who might inform her husband. After a short period of these meetings, the relationship developed further, and Sandy began to feel that this young man deserved to be her husband. She started to admire him, and he also admired her. However, he was very cunning, and his sole goal in the relationship with Sandy was to take a lot of money from her because he knew she was wealthy and that her husband was also wealthy. The young man thought to himself that this was a great opportunity to become wealthy himself because of this girl. Indeed, an illicit relationship occurred between them and they committed adultery together. Sandy was extremely happy with her relationship with this young man and thought he was the right man she had always been searching for. After months of this relationship, Sandy's friend, Mana, began to notice that Sandy might be cheating on her husband. Because she was her close friend, Mana started noticing strange things about her. Mana asked Sandy to be honest with her and tell her what she had been doing recently and what the reason was for her drastic change in behavior. After much insistence from Mana, Sandy told her that she had indeed met another man and had become infatuated with him. Mana was shocked and asked her, "What made you look for another man besides your husband, especially since your husband fulfilled all your requests and gave you everything?" Mana was surprised and asked Sandy for the reason. Sandy replied, "This is the main reason that made me leave my husband and look for someone else. My husband has a weak personality and always treats me with extreme kindness. He never disobeys any of my requests, and I do not want this type of man. I cannot remember a single time when my husband hit me, insulted me, or even refused any of my requests. This type of man does not appeal to me. I was always looking for a strong man who would hit me or refuse my requests and not fulfill all my demands. That would make me happy." Mana was shocked by Sandy's personality and said, "Oh my God, a kind husband who fulfills her requests and she rejects him." Just minutes later, Mana threatened to expose Sandy and demanded that she end this illicit relationship, or else she would tell her husband and the public that Sandy was cheating on her husband and that she was not a good woman. After a heated argument between Sandy and Mana, Mana insisted that she would indeed reveal Sandy's secret to the public, expose her, and be the reason for her divorce. Sandy became afraid of Mana's words. She begged Mana not to tell anyone and promised that she would indeed cut off her relationship with this man and would never cheat on her husband again. Mana was pleased with this and returned home. Mana said, "I never intended to expose my friend Sandy's secret, but I did this so she would stop what she was doing." Mana swore that her threat was only for Sandy's sake and that she wished her a good life. life, not the destruction of her home. Unfortunately, Sandy was not convinced by Manar's words and quickly went to the man she was involved with, asking him to get rid of her friend through a staged scandal. Sandy agreed with the man she was having an illicit relationship with that she would bring her friend Manar to a specific place and he would rape her, film her in a compromising position, and then send her the videos. Indeed, the next day, Sandy called Manar and told her she was in big trouble and needed to come to a specific place quickly. Because Manar loved her friend Sandy dearly, she quickly went to the requested location. Unfortunately, there, the man tore off Manar's clothes, filmed her in a compromising position, and let her go. Just an hour after this painful incident, Sandy called Manar and told her that she now had compromising videos of her. If Manar ever exposed Sandy's secret or told anyone about her relationship with the man, Sandy would release the videos and expose her to the public. Manar was shocked by her friend Sandy's actions, especially since Manar never intended to actually expose her and had only threatened her. Just hours later, Manar called Sandy and told her that she would kill her in an hour. Yes, Manar told Sandy that she wouldn't let what she had done go unpunished and that she would kill her for what she had done. Sandy laughed and did not respond to the threat. But strangely, just an hour later, Sandy was involved in a tragic car accident and died. Manar sent us the story and said that the incident Sandy was involved in seemed somewhat staged and there was a criminal suspicion that someone had killed Sandy. Since investigations were ongoing, the police would surely obtain Manar's number and learn that Manar had threatened Sandy in the final moments or hours of her life. Therefore, Manar asked, "If the police call me and accuse me of threatening Sandy, what should I say then? Should I tell the police and the public what Sandy was doing and expose her, or what should I do?" In short, Manar is asking you now, should she tell Sandy's husband and everyone what Sandy was doing so no one suspects her of killing her? Share your opinions in the comments. Repeat with me, praise be to God for the blessing of Islam, and it is sufficient as a blessing. O God, bless Muhammad and the family of Muhammad as you blessed Ibrahim and the family of Ibrahim in the worlds. You are praiseworthy and glorious. If you have finished watching this video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon. Don't forget to share the video with others. All rights reserved to Deen Discovery's channel. Surah Al-Imran 3:8-9. Our Lord, do not let our hearts deviate after you have guided us, and grant us from your self-mercy. Indeed, you are the bestower. Our Lord, you are the gatherer of mankind for a day about which there is no doubt. Indeed, Allah does not fail in His promise. Surah Al-Araf 7:23. Our Lord, we have wronged ourselves, and if you do not forgive us and have mercy upon us, we will surely be among the losers. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:201. Our Lord, give us good in this life and good in the hereafter, and protect us from the punishment of the fire. The messenger has believed in what was revealed to him from his Lord, and so have the believers. All of them have believed in Allah and His angels and His books and His messengers, saying, "We make no distinction between any of His messengers." And they say, "We hear and we obey." Grant us your forgiveness, our Lord. To you is the final return. Allah does not burden a soul beyond that it can bear. It will have the consequence of what good it has gained, and you will have the consequence of what you have gained. Our Lord, do not impose blame upon us if we forget or make a mistake, our Lord, and lay not upon us a burden like that which you laid upon those before us, our Lord, and do not burden us with that which we have no ability to bear, and pardon us, and forgive us, and have mercy upon us. You are our protector, so give us victory over the disbelieving people.